this is Wairua Falls. Wairua Falls, it's called like the Niagara of the South Pacific. Mainly because once the floodgates open up the river a bit, this is just teems over with water. It's actually quite impressive. So it's been sort of, the flow's been restricted because of a power station that runs off here. But yeah, once she's in full flow, it looks bloody awesome. It just flows off down the river there. It's it's a place here for people dumping a whole lot of shit and rubbish, but yeah, socks, rubbish bags, McDonald's cups, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, nice place. Alright, onwards. As you can tell, I've got a bit of a voice problem today. Oh, so those people have gone. There's a free microwave there. Still got to suss out what that bloody vibration is. It's annoying. I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but I can bloody hear it. It's annoying as. There's the power station down there. Yeah, so this is like a side road off a sort of a secondary highway. It's frequented by a lot of crooks and thieves. As you can see, there's car parts and all sorts of stuff dropped around the place because it's out of the way. There isn't a police station within sort of 30 miles, about 30 kilometres. So, you know, they can get away with a lot of stuff. They burn out cars, they do all sorts of shit down there. It's a bit of a shame because it's such a nice area. I wish you could smell what I can smell through here, because it is terrible. Terrible. Some sort of silage feed. It is horrible. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to make our way up. I'm going to hit a road I haven't ridden or driven for maybe 20 years. And it's a back road from State Highway, I think this is State Highway 15 coming up, and but I'm not sure. From Mangakahia Road, which is what it used to be called before it became a state highway, I think, through to State Highway 14 at Tangataroria. It's a little town on the highway between Dargaville and Whangarei. It's out of the way, so it's always embarrassing when you hit neutral. Parakao store, the whole drags and stuff there. We'll go down this one. So I haven't been down this road for, like, honestly would be over 20 something years, if I've ever even been down this road. I wouldn't know. My memory is not that flash. These are the type of roads that I want to ride because, you know, the roads less travel, as they say. We shouldn't have any issues with traffic or anything, but then it also might sort my bloody rattle out. It's an old shed. Might sort my rattle out. So I think it was 39 kilometres to Dargaville. That's once you get to the main road at the other end. Fairly decent hills through here. She line's thumping along in third. Maybe she does. I mean, it's open road through here, but you're not going to do 100k on this sort of stuff unless you're a local, which is what you've got to look out for, I guess. Locals coming around the corner on the wrong side of the road. Not expecting to meet a bike coming the other way doing 40. So pretty sure this valley, like in the early days, was a pretty major thoroughfare between Parakao, which we just went through that little town, very small town, but it was quite a big hub, Parakao, because it, I guess, like when you want to water your horses and stuff, these little towns were sort of designed for the stagecoaches and things like that, and that store would have served the local community there, but also would have been a place for the carriages to stop. So this track through here would have been a major thoroughfare, and I think, if I remember correctly, this valley is like renowned for flax and stuff, I think. This is a big one-lane bridge. I've never even remembered, didn't even know this was here. Wow, that is cool. Wow, awesome. Yep, definitely haven't been down this road ever, because I think I would have remembered that. Trucks, alright, and bikes, but look this one. So by that farm sign, this is still classed as Parakao, and obviously this is the Kirakopini Valley, or Tangawahine Valley. I guess this drops into Tangawahine Valley. Good thing about it is I'm not in a rush, like I don't, well, apart from having to get home to pick someone up from work. I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush to get home, so. Still a bit sheepish on the metal, not that it's a big deal, but it's just getting yourself used to it again. That's the way to ride out those corrugations, is to just put the weight on your fucking. That's the way to. That's the way to ride out those corrugations, is to put your weight on the footbeds and sort of semi-stand so your butt's off the seat, and soaks it all up. One lane anyway, if you look at the road. Or maybe there's one lane actual bridge. No. Oh, couldn't see really any difference there. Slip. Changing the road at all, yeah, those corrugations, that's how you sort those out. I don't know what that sign means. Forward, maybe? Oh, imagine. Oh, maybe it just means dip in the road. Turkeys. It must just mean dip in the road. says riding a Jap. I don't know, be an old Ford. So, I mean, this is a definite, haven't been up this road ever before, Peka, heading towards Peka. Be really interested to see if there's anything there. I mean, sorry for my voice breaking, but I'm getting over a bout of something, which is good because I'm going back to work next week, which is when you want to be fit as a fiddle, eh? You don't want to be sick at work, and then when you're on leave, you'd rather be crook while you're on leave. Yeah, that's how things go. Anyway, this Peka, like, never been here. Obviously it was a little town at some point. Or maybe it's just a locality, little location. Lots of one-lane bridges, obviously, because, you know, hardly any traffic up here, so let's put a two-lane bridge in. Such a nice country up here. sticking out of the side of the road there. Another dip in the road by the look of it. Oh yeah, check this out. And such a nice country out here. Some of these houses would have been here for a while with the size of these big palms that they've got in the garden. It seems to be a standard thing for really old, especially this side of the country, Dargaville sort of area, is homesteads having big date palms. So whether they were brought home by soldiers returning from the war, maybe that's possible. But yeah, there's so many of them, and I do wonder whether that's probably where they came from, because they're all around about that era. They're planted around a lot of war memorial halls and that sort of thing. We've got them planted around or nearby. So whether the soldiers who were over there were like sort of amazed at them, because I mean they're a different looking tree, nothing like that in New Zealand. Maybe knee-cow palms, maybe, but they don't get that big. So maybe they were all smuggled back during the, and so when I say smuggled, no one really cared about what you brought back from overseas during the returning from a war, I think. Hey! That'd be cool if that was on camera. I see it had a miner in its claws. Yeah, so that could be the story of the date palms. Yeah, they're probably not supposed to even be outside. Kilometre to turn left into Karaka Road. Which I could have just turned on to if I just kept going past the Parakao store. I could have turned left onto Karaka instead of Karaka Valley. I'm glad I did. Because this is a really cool ride, and we should have 500 metres, be another intersection up here. Give way here, but there's nobody coming, so we would have come out that way. It's a bit of a wider road because it's got more traffic on it. Still classed as a real rural sort of road though, but it's getting closer to a bigger settlement. There's some funny buildings that you see in the paddocks, that one there. It kind of looked like it might have been a shop, or probably a stables or something, I don't know. And there's this